the annual fee or something, some shit, so they charge me like the double the cost. So I don't know, so maybe from next month onwards I may not use the LA Fitness. Because hello beautiful people out there, welcome back to my channel Rami Stories. So right now I'm heading to the gym. It has been some time. I'm like not so being consistent with the gym, wherein I should have been very regular, but yeah, nevertheless. So this video is going to be my expense video for the month of July. I know it's already August 15th, but still I wanted to do this. It has been some time I haven't posted, but here you go. So my monthly expense is basically in three parts. One is the total expense for the rent, and second is for the credit card bill, and number three is the cash expense which I happen to incur. So these are the three parts. So let's go step by step. Okay, I've just now done with my gym. I did a little bit of a bicep workout, and then I did a lot of cardio. Like I did cycling a bit for like 20 minutes or so, and then I did some 10 pull-ups. So and I did a little bit of a swim. So that's all for today's gym. And to continue our talk regarding my expenses for the month of July. So basically there are three parts to it, right? One is the rent. The second one is my credit card bill, which consists of all my grocery expenses and other things. And third part is like my debit card. Like, I also use debit card when I max out on my credit card, because I may not have a bigger limit on my credit card. It's like $1,200. I think that's a decent amount, but still, I'm maxing out that as well. So yeah, so let's start with my rent. So right now rent is like $1,300, which comes out to like around 80,000 Indian rupees basically. That's actually kind of a reasonable amount, like very, very decent amount for a one-bedroom apartment right now in Toronto. It's kind of very cheap basically, because you find this sort of a rate only in the outskirts basically. My friend is out here like around from 7-8 years I suppose. So when he came here, the rent used like $900 or maybe less, So over the years his rent has not increased much basically. So since this is a temporary place, my friend is going to come back in the first week of September. So we are going to move from our current place to a new place starting from September 1st, where our rent is like $1,800. Okay, so $1,800, that's like around 1,10,000, and the Canadian dollar to rupee value is kind of like increasing a lot. So right now $1 is like around 62 rupees basically. So that's the catch, right? So $1,300 for the rent. So then the second piece of my expense is basically on my credit card bill, because I I purchase all the things with credit card. I also need to increase my credit score, so I am trying to use most of the purchases with my credit card, unless and until if it maxes out, then I'm using some cash or some debit card purchases. So my credit card bill is like basically around $1,200. So $1,200 is like again almost 70 odd thousand. So $1,300 for the rent and $1,200 for the credit card bill, and I could say $700 I have used in my debit card because I have already maxed out my credit card. So I'm kind of like buying a lot of stuff, because since this is all my early times out here, because in the early months when you're settling in, you don't have much stuff out here, so you try to buy a lot of stuff. So that's the reason. So one other important thing is that I don't have a car right now. So if I have a car, I would have been paying some insurance fees, which is like around $300 to $400, and also some on top of it. If I buy a car in the EMI, it will be around like $300 $400. So it will be like around $700 to $800 if I have a car. So that's the expense I'm saving right now, because I don't have a car. I'm not spending that money, basically. So that's the saving. So altogether, so if I could say, so 1,300 plus 1,200 is 2,500, plus again 700 is the other expense with the Canadian dollars. So it comes out to 3,200. So that's like basically around 2 lakhs and odd. And yeah, so keeping in mind, maybe next month it might be a little heavier, because because my rent is going to increase from $1,300 to $1,800. So there's an increase of $500. On top of it, I also need to pay for hydro, which is called as electricity. Here they call electricity as hydro electricity, I suppose. So it might be around like $40-50, not much. So that's the expense story so far. So I think I did pretty nice compared to my first month, because in the first month I know there has been a lot of expense because of my flight tickets and my settling down and things like that. I'm quite happy with my expense in the month of July. I'm trying to reduce a bit, but yeah, let's see. So if I have to dig a little bit deeper into my credit card expenses, So there are like three main expenses which I would like to point you out, guys. Basically, yeah, one expense is that basically I got a Rogers phone bill of like around $109. That's like a big expense. And the second expense is like I went to the cruise ship tour, right? So that's around $70. My gym expense is also like around $107. So these three are because because of the fact that my LA Fitness guys charges like $53 for the maintenance of the annual fee or some shit. So they charge me like the double the cost. So I don't know. So maybe from next month onwards I may not use the LA Fitness, because any which ways I'm moving to a condominium where these people have a gym inside. So if they already have a gym, then I don't see the point to come right here, right? So that's a saving of around $50. But still, that's little $500 expensive than the current rent I'm paying. So that's the catch. So that's like inside the building. I'm also going to do a room tour of that once I get to that new apartment. So that's for the later part. So let's move on. So I've been just standing under this light. So if you can see, so that's actually Costco Business Center. So actually this is my path. Basically I come out of the gym and I try to vlog a bit and then I go home. Quite recently I have been getting my cycle and I couldn't vlog much while I'm heading back to home. So yeah, now I'm walking, so it gives me a chance to vlog a bit. And then I also bought a new iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's like literally basically I haven't paid a single NP till now. And I'm going to tell you guys why it is so cheap to buy an iPhone in US or in Canada. So they have got these good plans. I'll explain to you guys about the iPhone which I bought and how much I have paid for it, and what's the story out here. Watch out for that video about the iPhone purchase out here and how much we actually pay as a whole, and what is the cost comparison with respect to Indian purchase. Basically in India, if you have to buy the same phone, how much you need to pay basically. And also I have got like 2 more videos in the pipeline where I go to a grocery shop of an Indian grocery shop, and I'm also going to post that video as well. So keep waiting for that. So that's it for the expense video, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and then please do subscribe to my channel and then keep supporting, and then see you guys in another video. Thank you so much. Bye.